Good morning, region, Chicagoland, Northwest Indiana. We've got a great show for you today. This is Veterans Views, award-winning radio show. Been on almost 2 decades now, and we are dedicated in volunteer service to bring you the new and latest and greatest of what's going on in the veterans community, active duty community, and we appreciate all you out there listening to us every week. Citizen soldiers, whether you've served or not served, just donating your time to the cause is much appreciated. Again, we all have the volunteer mentalities, and we are all current or former service members here. So we, at one point in our lifetimes, raised our hands and sworn to protect the President of the United States and all the good stuff that we swear to. So let's get this kicked off. We're going to look at some of our contributors, which our show can't happen without the contributions of our contributors.
Absolutely.
Again, we're a volunteer force here, and so we really appreciate all the businesses and local VFWs and DAVs and American Legions that keep us running to bring you the good news. And our great co-host, Steve Bramer, and our great co-host, Donna Ostrander, are going to push this out and get our contributors some recognition for all their selfless service and contributions to our show. Steve Bramer, take it away if you got it ready.
All right, so we want to thank American Legion Hammond Victory Post 168. They meet the first Tuesday in. Well, so we won't say that one right now because I think we're gonna be moving our meetings. But they meet the first Tuesday, I think it is.
Yes.
Yeah,
we're not having another meeting till February.
Yeah, that's right. And then DAV Chapter 17 in Hammond, Indiana. They meet the first Thursday at 5820 Holman Avenue in Hammond. You can reach, they don't have a phone number. Then we have DAV Chapter 80 out of Crown Point, Cedar Lake. They meet the second Friday. We have DAV 102. They meet the first Friday in Valparaiso. Purple Heart, Chapter 721. They meet the second Thursday at 5820 Holman Avenue. We have Family Dental Care. They meet
Well, they don't meet.
You got the list?
Touche. I'm doing this all off of memory right now.
Okay.
I'm trying to find
we
it.
can pause. I didn't mean to put you on the spot. I want to make sure the contributors get all the good information so we can come back to it.
Go figure. I just pulled it up.
You just pulled it up. All right, let's start from the top.
All right. American Legion, Hammond Victory Post 168, meet first Tuesday at 6 p.m. Once again, we're not going to do the address. Calumet Breweries, 6535 Osborne Avenue in Hammond. You can reach them at 219-845-2242. Calumet Park Cemetery and Funeral Chapel, always supporting our veterans. You can reach them at 2305 West 73rd Avenue in Maryville. Call for special veteran savings on all complete burial packages. You can reach them at 219-769-8803 or the chapel, 219-736-5840. DAV Chapter 17 to meet the first Thursday at 7 p.m. at VFW Post 802, 5820 Holman Avenue in Hammond. DAV Chapter 80 meet the second Friday in Cedar Lake at American Legion Post 261, 13050 Washington Street in Cedar Lake. You can reach them at 219-386-2282. DAV Chapter 102 to meet the first Friday at the Fraternal Order of Eagles, 805 Elm Street, Valparaiso. Doors open at noon for claims, meetings from 6:30 to 7:30, and claims will start again until they're done. 219-200-0404. Laborers International Union, North America, 41, 500 Superior Street, Munster, Indiana. You can reach them at 219-924-7922. Middlesex Order of the Purple Heart, meet the second Thursday at 7 p.m. VFW Post 802, 5820 Holman Avenue in Hammond. Family Dental Care. Veterans receive free exams, x-rays, and cleanings, as well as 10% discount on all the services. 8 convenient Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana locations. Chicago's east and south sides, Calumet City, Crestwood, Oak Lawn, Evergreen Park Harding, Munster, Indiana, and their newest location in Indiana and 9th one, Griffith, Indiana. Call 219-804-9329 to schedule your appointment, or you go to www.familydentalcare.com. Ron J. Pressmer Insurance Company for all your insurance needs. auto, home, life, health, business, and more. 7207 Indianapolis Boulevard, Suite 1, Hammond, Indiana. 219-844-0103. Kuziak Construction. 1235 Summer Street, Hammond. 219-923-3007. Dave Kuziak Show precedes Veterans Views and airs every Friday from 6 to 9. So be sure to tune in. WJOB, JED TV, 104.7, 1230 a.m. Our news contributor, Heroes Helping Heroes. You contact Rich Tokars at realtorricht@gmail.com or 219-670-2501. We have a new contributor. They're going to be starting next week, and that is going to be Leva Healthcare.
Awesome.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Very good.
Nice.
I should probably print this out.
Yeah, are
for
they
next
they're
time.
gonna be on the show, coming on and introduce themselves and
Yeah, that'd be great.
talk about what services they can provide to the veterans community, or just as a contribution to allow them to pitch their information.
Yeah.
Yeah, good point. So we got a couple topics that we want to talk about today. I went to what's called Operation Ride Home event last night, and it is brought to you by Jack Daniels, and there's a YMCA Defense Division, and so they collaborate. They've been collaborating on this. It's actually for E4 and below. So if you're a soldier or, airman or sailor is all around the world, they don't have to necessarily be in any kind of combat zone. But E4 and below typically don't have a whole lot of money to fly back home, right?
Exactly.
And we've talked about it before on the show, like an E1 joining, it's almost in poverty levels as far
Yeah.
as their
Yeah,
pay.
it is.
Yeah.
They got a big raise last year, and hopefully they continue to try to fill that gap. But regardless, so Operation Ride Home is to gather money and funds to get these soldiers and military members home for the holidays. And if they can't afford their planes, trains, and automobiles, Operation Ride Home is
That's cool.
a donation source that they can use. They can apply for it in October, November timeframe.
Yeah.
Planning for it, and I'm like, so my main question is, how do these troops know about this? This is the first time I've
Yeah,
ever heard.
I've never heard of it.
I've never heard of
So
it
how does
either.
the active? I don't know if Jack Daniels and the Y really promoted on active duty posts and things like that, because
I would hope
we
so.
probably just don't see it too much in the civilian
Yeah.
society, right?
Yeah.
But me having been on duty for some time, I've never heard of it. So if you know anybody, any soldiers out there, E4 and below, that are currently active duty, make sure they know about this Operation Ride Home. There's no need for
Yeah.
them to dig into their pocketbook or borrow money to get the flights and get the buses home.
So they'll buy them a flight home
They
and
will
back,
pay for
huh?
their full trip
That's
home
awesome.
and home and back
That
during the
is
holidays. So there was a lot of contributors last night over there in Atlas Room in Griffith, and over $700 just at this event was raised to send, and it'll flow into next year, because obviously we're in the holiday season now, but it'll flow into next year's budget to give to these E4 and below. And I really like that it's E4 and below focused.
Yeah.
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 You don't need some lieutenant colonel. Nothing wrong with lieutenant colonels, but they make a little bit of coin. You
Yeah,
know,
they
and,
do.
And you don't need somebody dipping into the honey
Right,
pot when
right.
they've got plenty of money to get home.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Or at least they should if they're doing it right. So
Right. You
But
know-
it was a proud event, and
That's
I
awesome.
want to thank Post 66, our Commander Chris. He came in, brought a check. A lot of the local veterans from our community here on Veterans Views showed up. It was just a really great, awe-inspiring event to provide support.
Yeah.
And, hey, what better thing to do on
Yeah.
a Thursday night than go hang out, have some beer, and support the troops.
Absolutely.
So
At Camp Lejeune back in the 80s, I don't think they still have it anymore, but we used to have this thing called Swoop Circle. So you could swoop home and swoop back.
okay, I like it.
So it was there was like this roundabout thing, and people would meet there. Hey, I'm going to Indiana. Hey, I'm going to Massachusetts, or I'm going to Virginia, whatever. Hey, yeah, come on, we all go together.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
did something like that when I was at Fort Leonard Wood.
Okay.
I came back with a couple guys. I came back home for Christmas with a couple guys, and then we went back together.
Yeah.
But our car broke down in Springfield.
Oh no.
Yeah, so I was AWOL for like 2 days.
Ooh.
But,
Fort Lost in the Woods.
yeah. We had to show them the bill. We had to show them everything.
Oh, I
Oh,
bet
you
you
gotta
did.
prove- you
Yeah.
gotta prove it.
It's not like you could just pick up your cell phone and say, "Hey, Commander, I'm stuck."
Yeah, there was no cell phones
Yeah.
back then.
Right.
Where you been, Private? Yeah, you never get any clout when you're a private. They don't believe
No.
nothing you say.
No, absolutely not.
I've been there.
Me too.
I think we've all been
I think
there.
we've all been
You
there.
get a little bit of listed time, you know. It's
Yeah.
I always like, and again, nothing against any officers that never did do, because there's some great officers. Some of the most intelligent people I've ever met in my life are O-grade officers. But I always like an officer that had a little bit of enlisted time.
Yeah.
Oh,
I feel like
yeah.
they got a little bit of meat on the bone. You know,
Yeah.
they've felt the suck maybe a
Yeah.
little more,
Yeah.
and kind of embraced it. And we're like, you know what, this enlisted life ain't for me. I'm going commission.
Yeah. Well, you get the boot Louis right out of Quantico, for us, for Quantico. And, I mean, they don't really know anything.
Yeah.
You know, they know what they were taught at school, and now they're supposed to lead you.
Yeah.
But, you've got a sergeant or a corporal or staff sergeant, gunny, E6s, E5s, who have been around a while,
Right.
who know how things really work, because what they teach you in boot camp is, as we all know, is not really how it works.
Yeah.
So it's not really fair to the boot lieutenants that
Right. It's not their fault they're getting paid more.
Yeah.
They just chose the right path.
Yeah.
Hey, we got a caller. You can call in. We're talking about a little bit of rank and pay here, but you're on the radio, caller.
Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, hey,
Good
caller,
morning.
go ahead.
Hey, good morning, Donna. Connie. How
Oh,
are
hey.
you?
Oh, hey,
Connie,
Connie.
how are
Hey,
you?
Connie.
Good morning, everybody, on this sunny but cold day in the region.
Super cold.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
My cars didn't want to start this
It's
morning.
going to be 50 next week.
Oh, thank gosh.
I hope
don't mind it.
I hope you're all staying warm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we
So
hear
I'm calling-
you're in the car. I hear your car beeping. It's got to be cold out there.
Yes. Yes. Yes, it is. But the sun makes everything so much better, doesn't it?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Get
Yeah.
some of that sunny D.
So I'm calling in this morning, my friends, because I have a couple of really important announcements to make. A couple of people, very special people, passed away on December 10th. And I just wanted to make mention of them briefly here. One of our longtime sponsors of the radio show, contributors, Calumet Breweries, the co-owner, sadly, suddenly passed away on December 10th. Yes, Mark James Kiernan. And I had just met with him a few months ago, and we just want to extend our heartfelt sympathies on behalf of WJOB and Veterans Views Radio Show to Mark's family and loved ones. And I just wanted to mention a little bit about him very quickly. Mark, 63 of Hinsdale. He was raised in Munster. He's survived by his beloved wife, Catherine, his 3 children, Mary Claire, George, and Nora. And he was born the second of 5 children to George and Margaret Kiernan. He worked in banking, but then he later joined his father and his cousin at Calumet Breweries, and he became proudly the 3rd generation Kiernan to eventually lead the 92-year-old business.
Wow.
Wow.
Yes, he was deeply committed to everybody. He was such a lovely man. His services were yesterday, and I was not able to make it to Hinsdale, unfortunately, but heartfelt condolences to the family. The visitation was, as I said yesterday, but there is a visitation today for somebody else very, very near and dear. Phil Potempa, who has a WJOB radio show called Of Notoriety with Phil Potempa, his beloved father, Chester, a Korean War veteran, passed away actually on the same day that Mark Kiernan did, on December 10th of this year. So I just wanted to also mention Chester. Chester is, again, the beloved father of Phil Potempa, and you can catch Of Notoriety with Phil Potempa on WJOB. The last airing was December 16th. And I just wanted to mention Chester. Chester was served from 1950 to 1959 in the U.S. Army, yes. And he had 2 older brothers who were World War II veterans. So he was the youngest of actually 9 children.
Wow.
Yes, and when he watched his 3 older brothers go off to fight during World War II, he stayed home to help his parents run the farm in Saint Pierre, Indiana. So that the greatest generation.
9 years.
Folks.
9 years,
Yeah.
and during that time frame, that's
That's
yeah.
Yes.
Korean War.
Yes. Absolutely. He also was a proud member of the International Brotherhood of Teamsters, Local 142, and the American Legion Post 92 in North Judson, Indiana, which is very close to St. Pierre.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to say that his visitation is today and tomorrow. I will be attending one of them. The visitation today is from 3 to 7 p.m. This is all Central Time. It's at Catholic Rosary will be recited at 6:30. 6:30, and the funeral. This is at the funeral home. This is O'Donnell Funeral Home in North Judson. Tomorrow, he will receive full military honors by the Department of Defense Indiana Military Honor Guard. I will be serving as one of the riflemen, and that is tomorrow at 1 o'clock, I believe. 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So anyway, I wanted to extend our deepest sympathy to not only Phil and his family, Chester's loved ones, but also to the family of Mark Kiernan of Calumet Breweries. And one last announcement, the 12th annual Military and Indiana Veterans Legislative Day. I just wanted to tell you there was an update. I talked to Kelly Bridges. The bus that will be chartered by the North Township Roundtable, Veterans Roundtable, it will have a bathroom. It will have a bathroom, but it will not have a lift, but it will have a bathroom, and that's very important. It's leaving, though, at 5:30 in the morning from in front of the clubhouse at Wicker Park, and you do have to call and reserve your seat, and so the number to call to do that is the North Township number. It's 219-313-3934. And again, you have to reserve your seat by calling 219-313-3934 and give a $10 deposit to reserve your seat. And those are the only, that's all I wanted to share with everybody. And you guys, you have a wonderful day. I'm enjoying the show. And yeah, and I hope everybody has a wonderful holiday. Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate, and
absolutely, you too, Connie, and well noted for those heroes and our local contributor for so long, and God bless their families. We truly appreciate all the service, especially a 9-year Korean War vet and a contributor. So we appreciate what you do and going out there and showing the honor and doing your thing. Standing tall and looking good in uniform. And we appreciate it, Connie. Thanks for giving us a call and letting us know.
Love you guys. Thank you for all you do.
All
Bye-bye.
right, love you
Take
too.
care.
Thanks,
All right,
Connie.
thanks, Connie.
Bye-bye.
So I have to say this because when you said it's going to be 50s next week, I was like, nah. I looked. Yeah, it's going to be 55 on Christmas.
Christmas Day.
Oh, wow. It'd be a muddy Christmas, not a white Christmas.
Yeah.
Muddy. I'll take it, though. I mean, I always wait for one of those days, and it's just too bad that it's on Christmas, but I always wait for one of those days in January. We'll get like a 50-degree day. And I'll take down my Christmas stuff.
That's what you do all your outdoor
You
stuff?
can almost bank on it.
Yeah.
I swear, every year you got one crazy warm day in the middle of winter. But yeah, so we got a few different topics we want to talk about today.
Yeah.
Who wants to jump in? Let's start with you, Donna. And you seem like you had a really interesting topic we wanted to chat about.
Yep, I have something that's trying to get passed in Congress, which they're dragging their feet, is the Major Richard Starr Act. It's H.R. Bill 1282. There's a Senate version is 147. And basically what this is, it's to allow combat injured veterans with under 20 years of service to receive both their full military pay and full VA disability pay. So basically this would apply to combat veterans who are medically retired. Because if you're a combat veteran and you're medically retired, if you collect the VA benefit, the VA disability, they reduce your pension. If you collect the pension, they reduce your VA disability, and that's just wrong.
Yeah, that is
So
wrong.
from what my education entails, and somebody please call and correct me if I'm wrong, but 60% is the magic number.
Okay.
So if you hit 60% disability, then you can get full 60% and your full pension.
Okay.
But if you're anything below that,
Yeah.
then they pick it apart.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah.
it's
And it's hard to get 60%.
It is. It's not a
not
100% thing.
Right. It's not easy. And and I was kind of doing a little research on who this Major Richard Starr is, and he served in the military. He got cancer from the burn pits, and he was medically discharged. And when he got medically discharged, he wasn't, obviously, he must not have been at 60%. So he got his pay reduced significantly, causing, and
His pension.
His pension, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So it made him mad, and he started this crusade to get this rectified.
Good for him.
Yeah, and we just, and I always encourage people. I'll be writing Mervan about this one as well, about getting this passed. People always say, "Yeah, we support the vets. We support the vets." But the big thing from stopping this one from getting passed is just like we talked about last week: is money.
Yeah.
Right.
They have no problem sending us to die in foreign countries, but when it comes to paying for what that does to people, they don't want to pay for it.
So there's another threshold that I'm familiar with, and please, anybody out there, call and correct me if I'm wrong, but the 15-year mark is where if you hit 15, then you can get medically discharged and still eligible for a pension, even though you haven't fit the 20 yet.
Okay.
So if you get a medical discharge at 15 years and you get over 60%, then you can get both your pension to that point. You're not going to get a full 20-year pension, but you'll get the full pension to that point, and the full disability rating payment. So I've been coached through retirement planning, and I'm in 17 years now, so they're starting to shove this retirement stuff down my throat, and pretty much that's it. Like, you gotta, now that I'm at 17, they're like, well, was it better if you're hurt to get medically discharged before you're 20?
Right.
Well, not necessarily, because if you're going to try to shoot for both, you'll want to get as much of your pension as possible, which is putting in 20 or more, right? But if you just want to get out of the military and take with what pension you got, then you have to meet that 60% threshold, which again is not easy to do. So if somebody that's I've seen some people in pretty bad shape with only 50%.
Do you have to get the 60 right out the gate to get that, or can you get that 60 over time and then get...
Once it hits 60, you'll get 100% of both payments.
So even if it's like 5 years after you get out?
Yeah.
I don't understand why it's so complicated. Like, why do
Because
they
it's
make
the
it so
government.
complicated?
They can't just pay you both all.
Heaven
I don't
forbid,
know why.
right?
Yeah.
Well, that's like if you're currently in. So I've got people that are still in, and they drill 1 week in a month.
Okay.
But they're 100% disabled.
Really?
Yeah. And that a lot of people find that. I didn't even believe it at first. And I was like, no way. Like, they let you stay in because the VA rating is separate from your actual disability within your service. Right, and you're serving while you're serving. So, but the kicker to that is, even if you're 100% disabled and you still serve, what they'll do is they won't pay you your drill check. You'll just get your disability check.
Really?
Yeah, and then so let's say you only get a 50% disability check. Well, you have to weigh the option. What's bigger, your drill check or your disability check?
Yeah.
And you got to consider your disability check's tax free.
Yes.
So if I'm getting a $700 drill check and a $700 disability, I'm taking the disability check because it's tax free, right?
Right.
So there's a lot of nuances to that, and there's many, many levels. So I'm a full supporter of, if you get 20% and you're fully retired, you should get 100% of both.
Yes.
You shouldn't have to meet the 60% threshold. I think that's ridiculous.
I warn people when they are still in that, technically it doesn't really affect your job, but could make you undeployable, which then you could get.
Well, I just had a dude on my deployment, and this shocked me as well. So somebody please call that's an expert in this, because this gets weird. This guy's 100% disabled. He's been in for 28 years.
And
He's an E8. So he turned off his disability rating.
You could do that?
Just like turn the knob, turned it off, deployed, and now just turned it back on.
Oh my God! You could do that?
I didn't know, and I didn't believe him. This dude showed me his checks, man. He's like, check it out. This is what happened, and he showed me how he did it, and like, it's a true thing that you can do. And I was kind of like a little upset.
Yeah, right.
I'm like, I
don't know how I feel
how
about
did this
that
guy's
one.
working the system a little, and you don't ever want to point fingers at somebody working the system. And I actually like this guy a lot.
So was he still collecting a check for disability?
Not while he was deployed.
Okay.
He turned it off, deployed, was able to get all the waivers for his injuries to deploy, and now off the deployment, turned back his disability
That's
back on.
crazy. Now that I
Wow.
think about it, that is crazy.
Like, how is that
How is
possible?
that-
I don't know. Somebody smarter than me needs to explain it to me, because this guy went in on me and told me how he is doing it, and I'm like, yeah, right. You know, you get
Yeah.
Joes that just
Yeah.
talk stuff, whatever.
Right,
and,
right.
and you're like, I don't believe this dude. It's full of malarkey.
That's
and
crazy.
I mean-
it's true. It is. It's happening.
I mean, good for him. Right? Good for him.
I mean, he's making coin, man.
Yeah,
he's
right?
doing, he's
Good
doing a
for
good.
him.
He's doing
That's
a good
what he
job.
wants to do. I mean,
And he's adding to his points staying in because he don't need to stay in. He's in 28 years and he's
Yeah.
E8. I mean, he's got a pension coming big
yeah,
time, you know. And,
absolutely.
That's my
but he's
idol
just
right there.
He's just hey, what, you know, why not? Why not just do 1 week in a month until you can't do it no more and add up some retirement points?
I guess. Wow.
Yeah, I know.
That's
But
How does okay?
hey, he contributed over there. So I'll
Yeah.
say, even though he turned off his disability and he may be working it the best he can, at least he was over there contributing.
I got a
know.
question for you. Okay, how does it work when you're in and they issue out profiles? Okay,
Yeah.
now is
What's
the
a profile? What do you mean?
profile is when you're told by a doctor or medical staff that you can't do a certain like thing for a certain amount of time. So like you
Okay.
can't do push-ups and sit-ups for like
Oh.
14 days or something.
Okay, so like duty kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. But it prevents you from having to meet the full standard of the physical fitness tests.
Yeah.
And so that I've seen some pretty skeptical ongoings with that too. But that's on a person's own individual integrity.
Yeah.
You know,
Now,
I've never
is
been.
Can that be permanent?
Yeah, you can get a permanent profile, but it will prevent you in certain ways to get promoted or to go to schools if you are
Okay.
on certain permanent profiles. Because
Wow.
to get promoted in certain times, it changes periodically depending on strength and numbers.
Right.
But during certain times, if you can't go to the school because you can't meet the physical fitness requirement, you can't promote. They just changed it about a year and a half ago to where now you can promote to the next rank without the preceding school. So
That's not right.
when I was enlisted and I was a corporal, in order to go to get my third stripe to be a sergeant, I had to go to basic leadership course.
Right.
And I had to go to basic leadership course before I got my sergeant.
That's PLDC, right?
Yeah, PLDC is what it used to be called. And then to go from E5 to E6, I had to go to advanced leadership course,
Okay.
ALC. And then when I was in E6 and I wanted to be in E7, I had to go to SLC, which is
Senior leadership.
senior leadership course, right?
Okay.
And I had to do it prior to my next rank. Okay?
Yeah.
Now they allow it where you can get that next rank prior to even going to that school. So you can have an E7 that never went to SLC.
Wow.
And in my mind,
Oh wow. Okay, I get.
it
what you're
takes
saying.
away in my mind it takes away a little bit of the ownership of becoming the next rank, because if you
Yeah.
haven't gone to the school to be that rank, like, how are you holding that rank?
Right.
And so I don't disagree with
Why,
it.
why am I having to go to the school to get this rank, but you don't have to, but you're still getting the same rank and pay that I am?
Yeah, well, what I seen
know.
when I was a private was I seen people become E5 sergeants that never went to that school that didn't deserve to be E5 sergeants.
Yeah.
And I remember being a specialist in E4 thinking, how did this person get that before me?
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
And then they changed it, and then it pushed me back a little more because then I had to schedule the school.
Yeah.
So, I
Wow.
say all that to say that there's ways around like profiles, and there's ways around disability ratings to get, hey, on and off duty, or to get the next rank.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's navigable, and it's really on your own person's integrity to do
Yeah.
it. I am kind of traditional with the path forward.
Right, right.
So
Because it took me.
Wow.
I did it the hard way.
Yeah.
Now.
Now,
I get that, right? But I've also seen the flip side. So when we got deployed, there was a bunch of people that filled in our slots
Mm-hmm.
at home, and they got all their schools, they got all their promotions for a whole year.
wow.
And, man, guys were mad. Guys were getting out just because of that. They were mad.
Well, you could take an overseas, like a temporary overseas promotion. So, like, let's say you're an E7
Mm-hmm.
and you haven't got the school. If you take an E8 slot and get deployed, you can be a master sergeant for the year you're deployed. Take that slot, and then when you come back stateside, they'll take that rank away from you and give you back to 7.
Oh, they won't just let you try to.
They won't let you stay
fulfill
there.
the requirements.
No, they won't let you stay there
Oh man.
until you fulfill that requirement. So yeah, there's a whole lot of
Wow.
ups. I've seen
Because
I've seen
that's
that,
what I hated about it, the politics of it when you got that high. Because then, whoever was your S2 was giving out the schools to who his buddies were and the other
Yeah.
guys who worked for it.
That's
They
the
had
old
nothing.
school. It really used to be that way, and nowadays it's at least in my experience, nowadays it's much better.
Good.
Good,
'cause I hated that.
It is a clean sweep.
Because you see
Flat
a lot
blanket. Everybody gets a good opportunity now, and I had to fight when I was a private to get up there.
Yeah. And in the Marine Corps, back when I served in the 80s, we didn't have anything like that. I don't know if they do now. But when I got promoted to sergeant, it's based on what they call a cutting score. And your score is based on your PFT, your rifle range, and your proficiency in conduct scores.
Okay.
So they plug those all into a formula, come up with a number, and then what they do at Headquarters Marine Corps is they decide, okay, we're going to promote 100 people to E5. Mm-hmm. Okay, you got to have this score or above and be in these MOSs. Mm-hmm. Because there's certain MOSs where they don't have room for any more sergeants.
Right, no more slots.
Yeah, no more slots. So even if you have the right cutting score, if you're not in the right MOS, you're still not going to get
Yeah,
promoted.
I've seen that.
Now, they still have, I believe they still have in the Marine Corps meritorious promotions, where you go up in front of a promotion board, and I've been to a couple of them, and they're rough, let me tell you, because they ask you all your basic knowledge, uniform regs, anything
Oh yeah,
and everything.
Yeah,
you
max
know?
capacity range of your M16.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. And what does this acronym mean? SMEAC. I'll
Yep.
never forget that. Situation, Mission, Execution, Command, and Logistics.
Right. Yeah.
You
Well,
know,
they drill that into you for
Yes,
life.
they do.
Yeah.
Yes, they do. I'll never forget that.
That's good
But
stuff.
because I missed it on the thing, I got one of the letters wrong. So, but anyway, so they.
I'm sure they still do that.
I'm sure they
promotion
still do
boards.
that. Yeah,
And I had to
promotion
do
boards.
that for 5 to 6. I had to walk in and take a left face and
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
salute the board and sit down at position of attention and answer
Yeah.
a bunch of questions that I just learned 10 minutes ago because I read the book. Some of them I'm like, I don't know the answer, but I will get that back for you.
Yes,
sir.
that's how you answer
Yeah.
the questions you don't know. Yep.
But yeah, I think they
Did
still
you
do
say
a lot of
sit
that.
down at the position of attention?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know how to do that?
That's a thing.
You sit there and you had your legs together, your feet together, and your hands and fists sitting like this, straight
your
up.
fists like this, and your feet at a 45-degree
I
angle.
didn't know that.
That's position. So when you see these soldiers sitting in a position of attention. I was at church the other week and seen this girl almost faint because she was standing with her legs locked. I mean, how many times have you all
Yeah.
seen
Yeah.
in
Yep.
formation?
Yeah.
You're in the beating sun at Fort Bliss, or you're at whatever, one of these hot posts, and you just see somebody just fall out.
Yep. I've
just
seen a couple
standing there
people-
with their
yep.
legs locked. And then nobody expects it. They'll all turn like, holy,
Yeah.
they drop like a sack of potatoes.
Yes, they do.
Everybody just standing there.
Yeah,
Nobody
it's-
doing
you don't
what
wanna
they
look,
want.
And nobody wants to move.
Yeah, nobody wants
Right.
to
They're like,
move.
Corpsman,
Terrified. Yeah.
Corpsman up.
Man down.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, so some of that old school, I really like the traditional ways of promoting. I think it
Yeah.
builds character, and I think that the military should stick around with that. But that all kind of, we spun out there a little bit, but we're all really talking about the correlation of your pension and disability, and then we kind of talked about different ways that you can work to get promoted and work to utilize your disability while currently still in service. But I think that this is something that we should dig deeper into, because I'm in full support of whatever disability rating you get, that's what you're owed, right? If it's
Absolutely.
20%, if it's 40%, right? And you don't meet that threshold, and then you put 20 years in service, that pension's yours.
Yeah.
How are they going to
How can they-
shave it?
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
I don't agree with that. Never
Exactly.
have.
No.
And it was a surprise to me because I didn't know that.
Yeah.
60%.
See, I had no idea.
Yeah.
So,
Steve, you had we got anything else to
No,
hit
I'm
on?
good.
Yeah, Steve, you got a topic we wanted to talk about today.
Well, so I saw something that caught me. I guess President Trump is going to be giving a warrior dividend to the troops this year. And
Troops.
yeah, troops.
Nice.
And it's look at this amount: 1,776.
Yeah.
Ooh,
1776.
You know how many gate codes in the
In the military? Yeah.
Hey, what's the gate code for this? Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
I should have known.
Yeah, right?
Right? But yeah, they want to give this out to 1,450,000 service members for
Wonderful.
Christmas. And it's going to be a one-time thing. They're
Yeah.
doing it for the 250-year anniversary.
Oh, yeah, we did a
So-
run out there in Middle East for the 250-year anniversary.
Oh,
we did,
one of those like battalion runs?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
Oh, it was huge, but it stunk because that was right during, I don't know if y'all remember, you were probably talking about on the radio show, the 12-day war is
Yeah.
what he said.
Yeah.
It was right during the 12-day war, so they canceled our run. I still got a cool T-shirt, but, because we're like jumping in bunkers and like,
Oh, wow,
there's like
okay.
missiles overhead and all kinds of
Wow.
silliness during that
The
12-day war.
12-day
right?
war.
I'm a 12-day war veteran. It's funny. We made T-shirts and we made it like
Yeah.
But it definitely was like the middle of the night. The sky was lit up.
Yeah.
You get kind of desensitized to it.
Yeah, yeah.
Like hey, it's not meant for us. But
Right.
if this thing falls, like this bunker ain't protecting us.
Right,
you know?
right, yeah.
But anyways, go ahead, Steve. So is it anybody who served active duty this year
So it looks
in
like
25?
it's a one-time basic allowance housing supplement for eligible service members pay grades 06 and below.
Okay.
It doesn't necessarily say the particulars.
Yeah.
Like if you have to be in or active. It
I
doesn't
think
say
you had
none
to
of
be
that,
in
so I'm
within the
not
last
sure.
90 days, I
So
think.
they're not giving this to generals, but full bird colonel will get it.
Yeah.
06, yeah.
Is that
Full
a
bird,
colonel?
yeah. You got,
Really?
You got,
Well,
yep.
I mean,
You got
hey.
second lieutenant, first lieutenant, captain, major, lieutenant colonel,
I guess I'm okay
And
with
colonel.
and
that.
colonel.
Yeah. I
So
guess
6, yeah.
Okay. I guess I'm okay with that. I mean, I don't
colonels
I mean,
make a lot of money.
They
man.
do make a lot of money. How much does a colonel make?
A lot.
I would say on an active duty, and I'm just spitballing here. I would say $15,000 a month. Yeah,
Yeah, they make good money.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
And you can look it up. It's public knowledge. I mean,
Yeah.
I might as well look it up just for the sake of the show here.
Wow.
But that's what I think. I think it's
Yeah.
around $15,000. I mean, depending on your years in service, but most 06s haven't served less than probably 20 years.
Right,
anyways, you know?
right.
Yeah. I haven't
You know,
seen-
there's a lot of people online who are saying that this benefit was already passed. It was going to be a housing benefit for the troops. But the thing is not everybody gets a housing allowance. You only get a housing allowance if you live off base. Mm-hmm. At least that's the way it was when I served.
No, yeah, that's
And-
that's
but
how
this
it
is
is.
going out to everybody.
Yeah.
You know, so which I think is pretty cool. I mean, we never got nothing. You know,
No.
no, and this will help a lot of service people put new rims on their Chargers. No,
Oh, yeah. Heck yeah.
Yeah, they're paid
20% on.
Yeah, right. I was gonna say 40%, but yeah.
But no, I'm in all seriousness. It'll help them with their family at Christmas. It'll help some of them get home for the holidays. You know, so I think that's really cool.
Yeah, I like it too. I mean, that's a good. You imagine in an E2, that's probably his
He's like-
paycheck.
Go see the family. Go to the strip club.
Yeah.
I don't know. Which one do I want to do?
Right.
You know?
Okay, I overestimated a little bit, but a 20 06 looks like it's about $12,000 a month.
That's
Oh,
still,
that's still-
awesome. Jeez.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm
And
down.
then you imagine they go overseas. It's tax free.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man.
I'm down with that, baby.
Heck
Let's
yeah.
go.
What are you? You're
CW2, Chief Warrant Officer 2.
Oh, that's not an O. So you're
It's not
your
an
own
O grade.
bracket.
Yep, I'm a commissioned officer, but I'm not in an O grade officer rank.
Okay,
So
okay.
I outrank all enlisted, but am still outranked by all O grades.
Even
My job,
Like
and
an
most
O1 or-
chiefs' jobs, yeah, most chiefs' jobs are to be the advisors to the commanders. Which I mean, you can take command as a first lieutenant.
Yeah.
You know, so at company level.
Yeah.
But my job while I was over there was to be the advisor to the G4 commander.
Okay.
So,
okay, that's interesting because I didn't know that part.
I think one of the smartest officers I ever served with was a chief warrant officer.
they're typically
and-
because you have to be a subject matter expert.
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
He was amazing, and he taught me a lot. And taught me
Especially in
how
the Marine, they're kind of rare. You see a warrant officer
Yeah.
in the Marines, I'm like, I kind of opened my
Yeah.
eyes like, oh, wow,
Yeah.
that's this true
And he
unicorn.
taught me how
yeah.
to drink Jack Daniels too, but
Nice.
that's a whole other story.
Yeah.
But no, he was very intelligent and knew how to get stuff done.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you got to be resourceful.
Yes.
Yep, and that's
Yeah.
that's what it's all about. We
Yep.
have the warrant officer, which makes us most valuable. You might have, thousands of different ranks of E7s, E8s,
Yeah.
sergeants all over the country and the world. A warrant officer is a tight knit group. I know.
Okay.
I know. There's about 220 in Indiana compared to
Really?
the 8,000 troops.
Yeah.
So I know just about all of them, and they all have
Hmm.
expertise fields. You got maintenance, you got signal, you got cyber, you've got
Yeah.
pilots.
Okay.
You have logistics, you have supply experts. They know everything
Yeah.
because they were enlisted first. That was their job,
Mm-hmm.
and then they said, "I'm going to go and be a subject matter expert, be a chief for this, get paid more,
Yeah.
have more respect." When even as an E7. I remember loading up bullets on the back of an LHS, and it was the end of the night. It was 10 o'clock at night, and we're lifting these 50-pound dunnage tins, and I'm like, I'm an E7. I'm like, what the hell is going on here?
Yeah.
I'm like, how much rank do I have to get out of this
Right.
crap? And I said, that's it. The next, and then not that I'm not against working, but when I'm like, I'm an E7,
Yeah.
like
You work that hard to not have to work that hard.
Exactly.
You've been in that long as an E7. You're like, this is enough's enough, man. And so
Yeah.
I dropped a warrant packet, and you have to interview to become a warrant officer. And during the interview, so why do you want to become a warrant officer, Sergeant? And I said, well, let me tell you a story. And he's like, well, he giggled. He's like, I guarantee you won't be lifting dunnage anymore as a warrant officer. All right on. Sign me up. Let's go. Put me through the training, sir.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
There's a lot to be said about getting rank and what you can do.
Yeah.
When I picked up E6, one of the best things was when you went to the rifle range, one, you didn't have to dry fire for a week, and two, you could go and you got to be first on the line, and you didn't have to pull targets at the end of the day.
Nice.
So at the end of the day, you could just put your weapon, you put your rifle in the back of your car, take it back to the armory, and start cleaning it. So it was.
I'll tell you.
I will take that.
Yeah. You know what? Once I started getting squad leader and platoon sergeant roles as an E6, and like it or not, this is definitely not a Marine way. It was totally guard of me. And I just go to the range and be like, hey, private, let me get that weapon. And I just go shoot with his instead of zeroing it. And I'll knock it out, boom, 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 shoot 30 targets down, and here you go, private. You can clean that. Take your weapon back. Now you shot twice as much ammo out of it. Take me about 10 minutes on the range. Everybody else be out there all day zeroing. And, but
That's so bad. I love it.
I find one of the privates that are doing, hey, you shot 30 with that M4? Yeah, I was sergeant. I shot 30. I'm like, hey, let me use that thing. Oh, yeah, cool. Here you go. Because they're all like, you want to
Yeah.
be cool with the sergeant.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, man. I'll give it back to you in a minute. I get up there and knock it down. There you go. That's it. I'm out there 10 minutes. I go back to drink coffee.
Your rifle's still clean.
God.
Yeah. I turn my rifle in at the end of the day. It hasn't been shot.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, that's
Oh,
awesome.
Good stuff. I
That's
know.
awesome.
I love it. And gosh, 17 years. I got a lot of little stories like that.
Oh
but-
yeah. Oh yeah.
So
That's
let's
a
see.
fact.
Okay. Oh, well, now you're looking at this,
Oh
this
yeah, I just
cannabis
seen
stuff
this.
here.
oh yeah. That's gonna be interesting.
More VA research for medical marijuana.
Yeah.
So is there guinea pigs?
So Trump
course.
And Steve's
Always.
volunteering.
I certainly would, right? But you know what? I've been preaching about marijuana for a while now.
Yeah.
I mean, they should have declassified it
long time
or
ago.
descheduled it. Sorry.
Well, the thing is big pharma. They're not going to make any money off of this.
Yeah.
Or maybe they will eventually. I don't know, but they're going to find a way to make money, knowing them. If it because marijuana has such medicinal properties that people just don't know about. They so many people believe the Reefer Madness movie from the 20s or 30s, whenever it was.
Yeah.
Oh,
And one of the big reasons why marijuana and hemp was made illegal was because of Hearst. He owned all these newspapers, and he owned all these logging farms where they make paper, these mills, and he didn't want hemp used.
I'm glad you bring that up. That is just another
Wow.
historic
Yeah,
drop in the ball, right? Because
Yeah.
hemp, before that dude,
yeah,
hemp, there used to be a lot of hemp paper.
yes. And
Like you would write
Yeah.
write your papers on hemp paper.
And anything made out of plastic can be made out of hemp. and hemp is biodegradable. If you can make, they have hempcrete. You make concrete out of it, and you don't have to use as much insulation. It's bug resistant. I mean, and the product, it grows twice as fast as anything else.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
and
it seems pretty economic.
and they don't need pesticides to grow it.
I like
mean,
it.
It is just I don't know about the whole recreational thing. Like that one, I think it's up to the states, you know, but they should let the medical part at least advance.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? There's no denying that it has benefits at this point.
I
Yeah.
don't know if you guys know any, but I know some vets who are on all these medications because the VA likes to push the pills. You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
Here's a pill for this. Here's a pill for that. And
Petroleum-based pills. It's all Rockefellers,
Yeah.
old school stuff, and
Yep.
now they set up our school systems. They bought the pharmaceutical companies, so instead of holistic health,
Yeah.
like coaching people how to eat better,
Yeah.
so that they're not killing themselves, they just give them a pill.
yeah,
So it just makes the ultra rich more rich, and it stems even into the hemp and the medicinal marijuana, and it's sad because I mean if you take all of the advancements in our society over, let's just take the last 150 years, whether it be electrical advances, clean energy advancements, hydro powered cars, hemp. I mean, you name it. The things that the government has taken, and I want to be careful with what we say here because we're going to get shut down, but the things that the government has taken away
oh, they bought the patent.
from the invention.
yeah, and then they put it on a shelf.
Yeah, they say it's a dangerous invention. Mm-hmm. How is it dangerous to run your car 800 miles on a gallon of water?
Yeah,
You know?
Yeah.
That's not good for business.
right,
Right?
exactly.
Making somebody healthy by, letting them.
Wasn't that guy who created that or invented that? Didn't he go missing?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like-
there's several throughout. If you
Yeah.
look throughout the last 100 years, there's been dozens
Mm-hmm.
of people that have created versions of clean energy. I mean, what happened to, even the most famous is Tesla.
Mm-hmm.
All of his inventions where he was running
Yeah.
battery-powered cars without a battery 50 feet away from his power cable,
Yeah.
like from the energy in the air.
He said everybody would be able to have unlimited energy.
And this is from the
for free.
1920s.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So that's 100 years ago.
Yeah.
Right? Imagine if that technology was still implemented today. And I'm sure that the military has this stuff, right? And they're utilizing it. And some of these aircrafts that we are thinking are like UFOs are probably military.
Probably,
Right? We
yeah.
probably have like anti-gravity, like we
Oh, yeah.
have some stuff that people have no idea about.
What we
Right.
know of now was probably invented or created like 10, 20 years ago.
Oh, absolutely.
I love how we get down these rabbit holes because that's what it's all about. And I wish somebody would call in and
Yeah.
stop us sometimes. You know what? But it's just so much to talk about when
It is.
when it comes to the advancements of our society, our country, our military, and it all comes back to how is your veteran view on it?
Yeah,
right.
right.
What is your perspective?
Yeah.
Because
we all had similar experiences, but we all had different experiences as well.
yeah, oh yeah, 100%.
You know, and back to my point about the medication is that I know some veterans that got off the medication and started self-medicating with marijuana, and they're like different people.
Yeah.
You know, they don't I don't know, they're just different.
yeah.
They're not, I don't know, because if you're on that
Zombified.
zombified, that's the
Yeah.
word I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you're just walking around
Yeah.
all like zanned
Yeah.
out all day or
Yeah.
something, and
Yeah.
you just like forget your life,
yeah,
right?
Right.
If you ever been on a medication like that for longer than a week, you don't remember that week, and it's not healthy,
right.
right? But if you can ease the pain by, getting some medicinal marijuana and
Yeah,
Well, that's how I
know?
got off of the Vicodin and
yeah,
that stuff
all
will kill
that
you,
stuff.
man.
yeah,
Yeah, my uncle
Yeah.
died real young from just it take 12 pills a day. It was one pill to supplement the other pill.
yeah. Because then you got the side effects. Well, I need this pill for the side effects of this pill.
Yeah, you know what? Throw them all in the garbage and just light up some medicinal
thank
marijuana.
God I
there.
wasn't taking
Or
it when
eat
all
something.
this fentanyl was going
Oh yeah,
on. Man,
Yeah.
that fentanyl's bad.
Oh, and they're and it's
It's
this is a
synthetic.
situation
It's
where
crazy.
you can go any one of our bordering states. You can go to Michigan, I think even Ohio. I don't know about Kentucky, but at least you can go to Illinois and Michigan and just buy marijuana. Mm-hmm. And for the people that smoke it, I don't smoke, but obviously I'm in the Guard. I'll get
Yeah.
drug tested
Right.
every month. But even if I did, it kind of makes me hazy, so I don't mess with it. But you could just drive. It's safer to buy it from a shop legally
Absolutely.
than buy it off the street.
Because
you know,
it has
you
to-
get a dime bag from somebody and it's got fentanyl in it.
Yeah.
You don't know what the
You
heck's
don't know
going
what
on
you're
the
getting off
street
the street.
anymore. Yeah.
No, not at all. It needs to be
No.
regulated and so it's safe.
Yeah, and you know what's
Farming.
interesting is because it's still federally illegal.
Yeah.
Okay, so in my industry, let's say these weed companies in Illinois, they have employees, they have 401ks. Okay, the federal government can seize all of their 401k assets.
Really?
So there's regulatory agencies like the SEC and FINRA that will not support those programs because at any moment, not that the federal government's going to do this. I mean,
Yeah.
it could happen.
Well, you never know.
It could happen. They could say, "Hey, you know what? We're seizing all assets
Yeah.
of every state level legalized marijuana company because it is
Yeah.
federally illegal and we have the right to do it."
Yep.
They could do it.
Yeah. And the thing is you have to pay cash for all that, from my understanding, and you can't use a credit card. They can't. It's an all cash business, which is dangerous for
I
them.
didn't know that. Yeah.
Because they have to have, when they go to the bank, at the end of the day, they got tens of thousands of dollars maybe, and at one point in Michigan, I know because my nephews were in the business for a while, they were getting robbed quite a bit.
Yeah.
So they had to hire security. And,
Yeah, that's sad.
Well, that order to allow more VA research on medicinal marijuana, so that is a very interesting, if you put it in the perspective of if the VA starts to prescribe medical marijuana and they're still currently serving,
Oh,
are they
that's a good
are
one.
they now ineligible for the DAT test, the drug test?
Yeah.
We got 5 minutes.
That's
But
a good point.
that is a good point because at the state levels,
Yeah.
you still can't
Right.
smoke weed.
Right.
Right, in the military.
Right.
You get kicked out.
Absolutely.
Or put on some sort of counseling or
Yeah,
whatever, or
yeah.
demoted, however
And-
their company policy is.
And a lot of employers had to change their drug policies because nobody could pass the test.
Yeah.
In states
Yeah.
where it's legal.
I've heard that
Local
too.
casinos and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The steel mill.
100%. Yeah.
And I would, everybody says, oh, it's dangerous, it's this, it's that. Well, so is alcohol.
Oh, yeah.
And we outlawed alcohol once, and look how well that turned out.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah, the only people with the alcohol were the
Were the-
governors.
yeah.
At
Right?
the bottom of the White House. They had
The
barrels of it,
politicians
yeah.
and the bootleggers.
Yeah.
But the black market just takes over
Yeah.
when they outlaw stuff like that, and so I don't like to see that. As the libertarian part of me is like, make it all legal.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if people want to do it, then they'll do it. It doesn't matter if it's legal or not. If they're going to do it, they're going to do it.
Yeah. And you just got to, there's so many benefits as far as taxes. You
Yeah.
would assume some of these states that are in deep trouble,
Mm-hmm.
like, I don't know how it's doing in Illinois. I don't keep up with their politics as much other than I hope the Chicago Bears come here. You know?
Oh, I know. Did you see that?
That's
Yeah,
not
well,
gonna happen.
Chicago put a note under their pillow a couple years ago saying, "Hey, we'll ante up
Yeah.
a few hundred acres for you on the lakefront if you're gonna move here." I don't. It's
I
a
didn't
heck
know
of a
that.
lot closer to Arlington Heights.
Yeah.
It's only 25 minutes from downtown in Whiting.
But the problem is they want us to pay for it, and we're not going to get any benefit.
We'll get economical benefit out of it for sure.
I don't know.
I don't think we'll pay for their. We'll just.
Well-
They want the local government to pay for the infrastructure
Yes.
for the
that's-
sewers and the roads.
That's why Illinois. That's why Arlington hasn't started yet, because they want $800 million for infrastructure improvements, and the state doesn't have the money.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, they started this organization of Northwest Indiana Stadium Council or something.
Sports Council, I
Yeah,
think it
yeah.
is,
or
yeah.
some- So we've got what was it last? It might be changed by now. Somebody please call in and correct me again. They have a $5 billion surplus in this state.
See, they're taking too much of our money.
Yeah.
If they have that much money left over, government's not supposed to be in the business to make a profit.
Yeah, they're
You
they're
know?
hoarding it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
And you
mean-
imagine the interest they're making on that?
And what are they doing with all that money?
I don't know.
They're not lowering our taxes, that's for sure.
Oh, we should get rid of property taxes.
Yeah, we have.
So-
Lots of topics.
Anyway,
Lots of
gotcha.
topics here.
Yeah. We're going down the other rabbit hole.
Speaking of taxes, I figured I'd put this little tidbit out there. Michigan is raising their marijuana tax by 24% starting January 1st.
Ouch.
So if anybody wants to go get some, I suggest you do it before then.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
24%. I mean,
Wow, that's a lot.
they're going to be close to Illinois at that point.
So with the VA expanding research into marijuana, some of you disabled vets out there, you might be.
I'm all for it.
I've had gummies to sleep.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
I
me
mean,
too.
I actually sleep when I'm on them.
Yeah.
Like, it's awesome.
I've taken them too to sleep, but they don't have THC in them.
Oh, yeah, they got that,
They got the
what's that other thing?
I forget the name of it.
I have no idea.
CBD.
CBD.
Yeah.
Oh, CBD. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think that pops on drug test. CBD.
It
I don't
does
think it's
not.
illegal.
No.
Oh.
I don't know.
So the event last night, the Operation Ride Home, there was like a drink, and it has like Delta 7 or something
What's
in it.
that?
It's like a chill. It's kind of like
Oh.
a fake marijuana
Okay.
type thing.
Yeah.
But you drink this drink.
Really?
It's got Delta 7 in it, and you're supposed to just be like mellow, dude. You know, just chill.
okay.
Like I'm like, okay, I'm already got a couple shots of Jack in me, so I don't want to drink one of these things. I want to,
Right.
But
You were like, best
I mean,
sleep
the
of my
Operation
life.
Ride Home was brought to you by Jack. I could not have a Jack Daniels. I
Right.
Right.
was like obligated to. All right, we're gonna do last call. I know we got a minute here, and we're right on time today, which is good stuff. So, Steve, what you got?
You know what? Next time we'll be seeing everybody. It'll be after Christmas. So I just want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas.
Absolutely.
Yep. I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, and remember, this time of year is really hard for a lot of veterans. So reach out to your buddies. You know, maybe just shoot them a text. Hey, I'm thinking about you. I hope you're okay.
Good call.
You know, if you need help, you can call 877. Isn't it 877? And then press 1, and you can talk to another veteran.
Oh, you're talking about the suicide
Yeah, is
crisis
it
line?
877 or 977?
Um,
But you can call that number, and I should know that.
Wait, I have it. Let's get it right for him.
Yeah.
I have it here somewhere.
Okay.
I'm pulling it up too.
Okay, living assist. Nope.
988.
988.
There we
okay,
go, there
there
we
we
go,
go.
988.
988.
Three
Oh.
numbers, man. It's hard.
It is.
It's too early. It's too early.
Well, it's good. Yeah, it's good to get that out there. Oh, yep, there it is. 988 Lifeline.
Yep,
If you
and-
need to talk.
And if you
988
want to
Lifeline
talk
is
to
there.
a vet, what do you press?
988 and then hit 1.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
And you can talk to a vet. And
Yeah, tough times right now.
absolutely.
A lot of
And-
people.
And you know what? I'd rather talk to you at 3 o'clock in the morning than go to your funeral.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? So call.
100% on
Reach
that
out.
one.
You know, we all need help once in a while.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
agree with
Absolutely.
that
And I will end the show, look right at the camera, and say Merry Christmas to all you Veterans Views supporters, citizen soldiers out there. Thank you for all that you do. Let's have a Merry Christmas and bring it back coming into 2026 with the best spirit ever. And if there's neighbors out there in the cold, go out there and meet them and talk with them and make sure everybody's okay. This is the season of giving, and we have the land of opportunity right here. And Steve's smiling because we're just extra motivated today. We're going to end the show on a positive note. Thank you
Hoorah.
for everybody listening, and we're going to give a big hoorah and Merry Christmas. 1, 2, 3.
Hoorah!